Welcome back to Trendy of Fitness Bootcamp. I am your instructor, Coach Nye. Now, today's lesson is about transforming your self-talk. Today's class, transforming your self-talk. Now, this lesson focuses on how the way you speak to yourself shapes your emotions, decisions, confidence, and healing. Your inner dialogue is not just thoughts, it is programming that influences how you see yourself and how you see your life. That's what class is about. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is inner critic versus inner coach. Inside every person, there are two voices. Inner critic, that voice there is harsh, judgmental, and rooted in fear. It says things like, you're not enough, you'll always mess up, or you'll never change. That's the inner critic. But the inner coach is the voice that is supportive, is realistic, and the growth is growth focused, right? It says things like, you can learn from this, take it one step at a time, or you're improving. So healing is not about removing the inner critic completely. It is about strengthening the inner coach so it can lead your thoughts. So let's look at cognitive distortion, right? Cognitive distortions are inaccurate thought patterns that feel true, but they're not based in reality. A lot of us, we do this. This is just human nature. This is what we do. Common examples are all or nothing thinking. If I fail once, I'm a failure. Overgeneralizing. This always happens to me. Mind reading. They must think badly of me. Catastrophizing. This will ruin everything. And labeling. I am a failure instead of I made a mistake. So with CBT, it teaches us to challenge these thoughts, question them, and replace them with truth-based thinking, okay? So let's look at teaching the mind a new language. That's the biggest part when you're going through your healing process, is learning how to rewire your brain and teach your mind a new language from a place of a wholesome state, right? Versus survival mode. Your brain learns through repetition. If you repeat negative thoughts, they become automatic. If you repeat healing thoughts, they also become automatic. So this means you can retain your mind, right? Retrain. I don't know where I'm going with this. You can retrain your mind. You can replace old beliefs with new ones. You can build emotional safety through words, and you can shift your identity through consistent self-talk. New language creates new internal identity, okay? Another way is speaking to yourself like someone you love. I want you to ask yourself, would I say this to someone I care about? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't speak it to yourself either. This is something that I had to learn. So self-love sounds like I'm learning, I'm allowed to grow slowly, healing in my own time. I made a mistake, it's not my identity, and I can try again. How you talk to yourself sets the standard for how others are allowed to treat you. Remember that. How you treat yourself is how others will treat you. If you treat yourself as less than, then people will treat you as less than. So the inner voice you practice becomes the life you live. So what are you speaking? Because what you think is what you speak, and then it's what you live. It becomes your reality. So the inner voice you practice becomes the life you live. Your repeated thoughts become your beliefs, and your beliefs shapes your behavior and your outcome. So choose always best for self, meaning speak kindly to yourself, gently. Have compassion for yourself. Self-love begins with self-talk. The foundation of healing is how you speak to yourself when no one else is around. We get that bad. When nobody else is around, we'll say things like, oh, I'm so stupid, I shouldn't have done it. Or, oh, that was crazy. Or, oh, stop doing that. All the enemy needs is a thought. Once he get a thought, then guess what else he can do? Now he can play off your imagination, how you perceive life, your reality. He can change everything about what you're feeling and what you're seeing just by a thought. Okay? So mental exercise. I want you to take one negative thought. I want you to challenge it and reframe it. What's a negative thought? I'm not good enough. Challenge it. Who said you're not good enough? Why do you feel you're not good enough? Reframe it. I am good enough. I will apply myself so I can become good enough. Okay. And your body exercise, I want you to do the jaw relaxation. I want your tongue to drop. I want you to drop your tongue and relax your jaw. Relax your jaw and drop your tongue. This right here is allowing you to relax because sometimes we hold that rested bee face. Yeah, we don't know it. I want you to learn how to relax. I want you to call it jaw, relax. Tongue, relax. Shoulders, relax. Okay? And then your soul exercise, I want you to whisper to yourself 5 kind things. 5 things to yourself. 5 kind things to yourself. And your declaration, my inner voice is loving, strong, and supportive. And a journaling prompt that you'll have for tonight is what negative thought keeps repeating in my mind? And what loving truth do I want to replace it with? And then I want you to create a list of 10 loving affirmations specific to you. Specific to you. Now remember, with an affirmation, you have to believe it in order for it to manifest. In manifestation, you have to do it in love. If it's not in love, it will not manifest. So the affirmation that you will speak over yourself has to come from a place of love, okay? And you have to believe it. So therefore, it becomes a decree. You declare it to be so. And in your discussion questions is 1, how has negative self-talk shaped your self-image? And 2, what new truth are you choosing today? Okay, that is your class for today. So that's something that I want you to really work on yourself. Do your journaling prompts and your discussion questions. I want you to do a reflection of yourself. And remember, if no one told you today, I'm telling you now, I love you. I'm so proud of you. Remember to pour into yourself before you pour into others. And do not forget to tune in the morning for your daily reflections with Coach Nye.